Welcome. How are you doing today? I'm incredibly frustrated that it just, my mom will not respect my boundaries, and she seems to think that she is entitled to access to my person at all times, just for the simple fact that she wants it. And today she was texting me this morning saying that she wanted to go to one of the stores the company I work for operates. I'm disconnected from the stores. I work at the company's corporate office. I don't know anything about the stores. The whole time I've had this job, because I had retail jobs before, my mom still talks to me as though I actually work at a retail store, and I do not. But Tuesdays and Fridays are my busiest work days. I have it down to a science. And most of the time, on Fridays, I never take a break, and I still end up getting stuck at work late. And today, I thought that if I was able to squeeze in a break at 2:30, if I had the time, I would run to Walgreens and buy some body wash because I ran out. And I was realizing I probably was not going to have the time to do that. But my mom was texting me being well, I need to come to the store. And I said, I do not have time to go over to that store for you today. And she was saying that she wanted to buy some birthday gifts for my stepdad, and she wanted to give me a gift to give to him, even though I never asked her for that or said that I needed that. She was just something that she wanted to do, and I was like, right, but I don't have time to go over there. And then at 2:11 she texted me being hey, where do you want me to leave your box? Should I leave it over here in the store? I didn't know what box she was talking about, but I was just I don't know, I guess I'll come over there. So I went next door to the store, and she was holding her little things that I guess she had come to the store for, and she handed me a rock, and she flipped it over in my hand several times, saying, look, it's reversible. It's a heart shape on both sides of the rock. My mom is wearing this shawl, and she asks me if I want it right then and there. And she'd been working on making it for me for a while. She'd started working on it as a Christmas present, but it wasn't finished. And then she showed it to me when I went over to her house several weeks ago, but she said it wasn't finished then, so she kept it to keep working on it. And I said, oh, I love it, it's great, because she had added tassels to it. And I was like, I guess I can take it now, but I'm just going to take it to my desk and then to my car, and then, I'm going to see my mom tomorrow. She didn't need to, come to my office to, bring me shit today. Oh, sure. And she goes on to tell me that, well, and just, if you don't like the tassels, you can just cut them right off. And I was like, no, they're great, it's fine. And I was like, well, Mom, I wish you would have respected my boundaries, because I really did. I'm very busy today, and I told you I do not have time to come over here for you. And she's like, well, that's fine. I just need to buy my stuff. And she's holding all of her stuff. And there's a line. And it's long. There's 10 people in line. And I'm like, well, Mom, I don't have time to stand in line for you. She's like, well, that's fine. I'll just pay. I can just pay full price. And I was like, no, Mom, because I can't just make you pay full price, because you already got me to come over here. But I do not have time to stand in this line with you, because if I get behind on my day, then I am leaving work late. And I really don't want to get stuck at work late today, because it's my birthday, and I'm supposed to go meet my dad for dinner after work. And she knows that. Alright, where was I? What was I saying? So yeah, my mom looks down, her hands are full of stuff that she wants to buy, and the line is long, and I'm like, Mom, I told you I don't have time for this. And she's like, that's fine, I'll pay full price. And I'm like, well, no, you can't, because you already tricked me into coming over to the store. And I was like, but I have to get me nuts that she does that when it's like there are only so many fucking times that you can like poke and poke and poke and poke before like something's gonna happen. And you can't like just repeatedly disregard everything I say, and then when I tell you yet again what I've already told you, be fucking surprised and get your feelings hurt. And I was like, listen, look, the line is long. I can't just stand in line with you over here. And I was like, all right, well, listen, try giving them my phone number when you get to the register. Here's my extension number. They can call my extension, or just, text me when you get up to the counter and I can run back next door. Like, so I was like already on edge because I had a lot to do and I had to like manage my time well. And I had not gotten to smoke a cigarette. And then I go next door thinking that my mom was like, I just need to give you something. But then she's like, I'm here for a social call. What's going on? Tricked your ass. You said you didn't have time for this. Too bad I'm here and I got you to come. So I like ran around, went to my desk, and then the whole time I'm trying to sit there and do this shit that I needed to get back to work to, and I can't focus because I know my mom is just like sitting next door at the store probably having her fucking feelings hurt that she couldn't get her way the way that she wanted to get it, and that at any moment I could be summoned via my extension at my desk or my cell phone, and I have to like I don't know, I couldn't focus, and I ended up texting her being like, are you still in line? Like, and she's like, oh no, like I got them to give me your discount, with your phone number. And I was like, okay, great. And she's like, so I took all this stuff home with me and you can get it tomorrow. So she showed up and made me come next door and went, I just need to give you something. When it turned out she didn't actually have the something. And then by the time she got the something, it was no longer important for her to give it to me anymore. And that's just so frustrating to me. Because it's like, I repeatedly told her, no, I don't have time to do this for you today. And she tricked me into doing it. And she's been trying to, when she knows that, like, she kind of demands, attention from me. And since I've been really depressed for, 3 or 4 weeks at this point, I want to say, and I finally told her that because if she doesn't get the attention she wants, she will just kind of get more obnoxious with her demanding attention. And, I don't always have time to, go through my phone and fucking text everybody back, especially when I'm depressed. I can hardly fucking think, dude. Like, I'm not remembering to check everything that I need to check. I'm fucking tired and I want to be left alone. And finally, recently, I was like, listen, I'm really depressed. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm just exhausted. I can't think straight. And she's made a point to, try to contact me more frequently with more pressing. Like, if I don't reply to whatever it was she said, I don't know. I can't fucking think straight. And I don't think it is fair that when I say no, that is just disregarded. And then when I'm like, dude, I said fucking no, my mom's like, oh. Like, she acts like a child. And I've talked to my therapist about this many times because it's like, I don't think that just because my mom could get sick and die means that she's allowed to just do whatever the fuck she wants to anyone. And I just, my dad came by my house the other day to drop off this table. I didn't know he was coming. I slept until 3 p.m. And I don't know, I think my mom had tried to ask me about my birthday and I didn't know what I was doing. And when I saw my dad, he was like, so will you have dinner with me on your birthday? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know what my mom's trying to do. I don't know what's going on. I'm extremely fatigued. I'm operating on fucking depressed functions. I'm exhausted. I am frustrated. And I'm unhappy. When I had a mental breakdown and like laid in bed for like 5 months, sometimes I look on that back on that and like romanticize it, where I'm just like, man, I really wish I could just go back to that apartment and lay in that fucking bed by myself alone for several months. Just get the fuck away from anyone who wants to talk to me. And I know that's a problem when you have depression, is that you push people away. But it's like, if people try to like refuse to be pushed away when you're like, leave me alone, then you start to resent them because you've told them, I need you to leave me the fuck alone, and they won't leave you the fuck alone. Like I really tried to lay it all out a couple days ago in text messages and explain to my mom, I think I explained it to her on 2 different days, what's going on. That I know it won't last forever, ever. It just sucks right now. And whatever the fuck she's trying to get out of me, I don't have it to give. I don't have anything to give to anyone. I'm just fucking exhausted. This is the most energetic I've been in a while, and the only reason I'm energetic at all is because I'm fucking mad. I'm irritable and I'm frustrated. That like I really just wanted to get all of my shit done and get through it. Like on my busy days, I have everything down to like a science, that I have to like do everything exactly in a specific order in order to get everything done accurately in the right amount of time. And if something throws that off at all, like it's fucked. My mom trying to rope my sister into it, saying that like, well, you know, your sister didn't have a birthday gift for Dad, and so she'd been bugging me to like, you know, help me find her something to give him for his birthday, and I've been putting it off, and it's my last day to do it. And it's like, well, no, it's not. Tomorrow would be the last day to do it. But I don't think it was about buying a product that my company supplies, or really even my sister not being able to get anything for her dad. I think it was my mom doing that thing where she needs to like flex this muscle of like me having to be accessible to her just because she feels like it. Because last year on my birthday, it was COVID, it was lockdown. Like lockdown hit the week of my birthday, so I had like, all I wanted to do was go eat dinner at El Arroyo with my family. And the restaurants shut down like 2 or 3 days before my birthday. And I was taking it seriously, right? I was like, oh, this sucks. Well, my birthday's canceled. I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. It's not safe. And my mom had a big old harumph and a fit and was like, no, I'm coming over. And I was like, no, you're not. You're not coming to my house. First of all, I worked that day and she was not invited. I was like, no, it's a pandemic. We need to be safe. Please don't come over. I appreciate that you love me and you want to see me and that you have presents for me, but like, you can't just come to my house. And she announced it that day, like in the middle of the afternoon. I was like, no. And because I had vehemently told her, do not come to my house, she came to my house while I was still at work. Showed up and talked to my boyfriend from the other side of the fence and handed him presents that she'd gotten for me. She wanted me to have them, and like, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining about that, because I'm not. I appreciate the gifts and the love, right? I do. But it's like, I've talked about this before, how I feel like I don't have, like the way I've said before that I feel like I don't have control of, like I don't have ownership of my own body. That's kind of how I feel when my mom will not, like, even acknowledge a boundary that I try to set, much less, like, respect it. And I've a thing that I've talked to my therapist about before in regards to this is she's told me, you know, hey, you need to set some boundaries with your mom. And I explained to her, slow down there, Turbo. I explained to her, like, it can't happen. There's no way I'm going to be able to establish boundaries with my mom. She will not respect them. That is why we don't have boundaries. And she tried to give me examples, and I was like, look, dude, like, you can tell her to not come to your house, and she'll fucking come to your house. And I was like, if I tell my mom, don't come to my fucking house, and she shows up at my fucking house and knocks on the door, my therapist was like, well, okay, just tell her, hey, Mom, I'm in a meeting, or I've got something going on, and I really don't have time for company right now. Thank you for coming. Good to see you. And don't let her in. And I was like, right. But then she's going to want to use your potty or a drink of water, and then she's going to get in to that house, and then she's going to start doing whatever she wants to do, because I don't exist as my own person. I exist because my mom wanted to have a child, and now I'm out here trying to be a human. And, now I talk about my mom in therapy every other Thursday at 4 p.m. I'm here at Trudy's to meet my dad for dinner. It's my favorite restaurant, and the only one that I've been able to come to in the past year, because they have an outdoor patio. And so they've got all their tables spaced out real nice. This has been my favorite restaurant, like, my whole life. When I was growing up, my dad took me here all the time because his house isn't too far away, and my dad and my mom came here a lot together when they were married and, like, before I was born. I've survived several menu changes over the years. I used to love their chicken flautas, like, oh, so good. Best chicken flautas I ever had in my life. I don't eat chicken anymore, so if somebody else would eat them and just confirm to me that they're still very good, I would appreciate that. But yeah, I've been here like 2 times, possibly 3. I think starting last summer, a friend of mine and I realized that, like, they were one of the few restaurants open because they had a patio, which I am a smoker. I enjoy smoking when I'm drinking, and I don't see a way of coming here without getting a Mexican martini. They're iconic. So I always sat on the patios for years, regardless of whether or not there was a pandemic. Oh, history lesson. There wasn't another pandemic. Not in Austin, Texas, between the years of 2009 and now. I have a party hat. Oh, I guess I should show you that little pebble that my mom made a big deal about. That's it. One of my coworkers gave me some presents. The party hats I had myself. A couple months ago, 2 of my coworkers had birthdays, and I dropped the ball and spaced out. And I felt so bad about it, but a week, 2 weeks later, I did manage to, like, go get them some fun gifts. And when I was out getting them gifts, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get some inventory for birthdays, and I'm just gonna keep it in my desk. So if a birthday sneaks up on me and I'm not prepared, I will have something. And I got 2 sets of these party hats. I got the little ones like this, and then I got these taller ones that are like silver rainbow holographic, and they have little streamer tails at the tip. And then I got some of those noisemakers that you put in your mouth, and it's a little blowhorn. It goes, "Wee." Well, sucks to be me, because nobody else had a birthday between January and now. So when I got into work this morning, I already had my own birthday gifts. But yeah, so, and because my big boss's birthday is the same as mine, she got a hat too. I gave her one of the cool ones with the streamers. But yeah, I gave a little hat like this to all the girls in my department. And one of them gave me this nail polish. I am fucking stoked. And she was like, I know that you wear a lot of colors, and I thought that this would be fun for you. Okay, how do I beauty guru this? Sally Hansen Insta-Dry Mentos collab. That's what all of those colors are. I'm excited. And then she got me this like white base to go underneath the sparkles, and I am so excited. I have not painted my nails in so long, and all of my nail polish has gone bad. Some of that shit's like more than 10 years old, I'm pretty sure. Ew. If you move with it from one place where you live to another place, there are some things that you should just probably throw out. You know what I mean? Yeah, anyway, it's my fucking birthday, and I'm exhausted, I'm depressed, it is hot in this car, because my AC doesn't work. However, I have an appointment next week to take my car in for repairs. And does my hat look okay? I want to look presentable for my dad. To drop my car off to get it repaired. And it has needed this for a pretty long time. And I'm finally getting my shit together. I was supposed to take it in mid-February, but the winter storm hit. And I had arranged for a vehicle from the shop to borrow for the day while they worked on my car. And that was the Friday that the winter storm hit, and I called them that morning to be like, yo, I'm not going to be able to make it in. It's a winter storm. It's not safe. But the phone lines were down from that same winter storm, so they understood. Well, I'm sure they did. Because when I went in person to make my appointment, which I told them, I'm just here to make an appointment because I've found it's easier to make the appointment if I come in person than if I do it over the phone. And they said, I'm so sorry about that. And I said, oh, this is no shade. I just, thought that, like, coming in person, touching base, establishes a better rapport. And I talked to the girl in person who I'd had the appointment with last time. Now, my appointment was set to be with her, but I hadn't actually talked to her before. And I said, yeah, I tried to call you to let you know I wasn't going to be here, but the power lines were knocked out from the storm. And she went, oh, God. I said, how did you fare? She said, I made it in all the way from Cedar Park. Woo! And she's like, but I couldn't do anything because, like, nobody else was here and the power was out. I was like, oh, my God, bless your heart. I'm glad you were safe, but oh, my God. So she rescheduled me, but the appointments were for if you wanted to have, like, a loaner vehicle, was, like, 2 weeks out. So I went and talked to her last week. I'm going to go drop off my car next week, I think Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday. I wrote it down. I'm not gonna wing it. But yeah, they're gonna let me borrow a car for the day, and they did say, oh, we can get you in sooner than 2 weeks, but we wouldn't be able to get you a car, but like we do have a shuttle service. Now the shuttle service wouldn't be able to bring you back from your job down here, but you could probably try and get them to like make an exception for you. And I was like, I have a lot of anxieties, and being trapped without transportation scares the fuck out of me. Like, at least the shop that I take my car to is within, like, a pretty reasonable walking distance of my dad's house, so I know I'm not gonna get too fucked. I mean, at the worst, I'll just be trapped at my dad's house without transportation. Yeah, I just said I'll wait the 2 weeks if it means that I'll be able to get myself to and from work. And I don't want to ride in a shuttle with a bunch of strangers who might have COVID. Speaking of COVID, my job is offering an incentive for us, like the employees, to go get vaccinated, and they're gonna pay us $100, and I'm down. And I'm not really sure how it works, because I haven't really been able to find any pages online that says like register here or sign up or whatever. So, do I look okay? Not really. So I clicked the link for Bastrop County, because sometimes, like, I know, like, Austin is the hip happening place to be, but sometimes it's a little too hip and a little too happening. There's a little too many people here. So I clicked on the one for Bastrop County and was taken to, like, a page where it was like, sign up. And I signed up, and they're going to send me an email when it is my turn to make an appointment. The one for Travis County was really weird because I could not figure out, like, I could not find a link to any part of the website that would, like, register me to even try to sign up for an appointment. So I'm counting on Bastrop, dude. God, I'm so glad that I'm going to get my car fixed, because I have not had AC in like 2 years. Oh, fuck, yeah. I think it has. It's coming up on 2 years. And also, the woman at the shop who I have an appointment with thinks that my transmission might not actually have anything wrong with it itself. That it could be, I guess your transmission needs to breathe, and there's probably a clog, and that it's not being able to breathe correctly in lower gears, because it's only in like low gear that it's weird. And I needed I had to get a whole new transmission on a car I had back in the day, and it was very apparent that it was the transmission because it wasn't shifting at all. Like, I would start it and be driving out of my driveway, and then I would be on the highway and it had not shifted, not once. And I took it to this shop, Black Forest. They specialized in BMWs and Mini Coopers. Did you know that Mini Coopers are BMWs? At least they were in like 2007. Things can change. But I dropped it off at the shop and I said, yeah, I think there's something wrong with my transmission. And they went, oh yeah? What makes you think it's the transmission? Like, they were snooty about it. Like, you teenage girl, who the fuck do you think you are, telling me you know what's wrong with your car? I don't know if they were actually that rude or if I was just really insecure, or both. Probably a combination of both. But yeah, anyway, they called me back and they said, oh yes, you need an entirely new transmission. This one's... So it was very nice when I said, well, this is what's been going on with my transmission. And this person to go, okay, tell me more. And then go, here's a possibility. We won't know till we cut her open, but just keep in mind, it might not be as bad as you think. So, I want to thank you for listening. I feel like forgiveness is very important, so I want you to forgive yourself for the time that you have wasted watching this video. Have a good day. Check your oil.